Hey, Paul, I appreciate you calling me back. And you got to see where I'm coming from on this. I just had no idea that Beck had been going to church with you guys.
Mark, I didn't realize...
Now, look, I don't have anything against Jess, okay? We like her a lot. And I don't really have anything against you or your family. It's just that, well, I was not aware of this.
But Cindy was.
Well, yeah, Cindy was, obviously.
I have to say that she did leave us with the impression that you guys were okay with this.
Well, I'm sure she did, Paul, but we talked about it, and I think Becca's just too young. And if we're going to start talking about God, we need to be there with her.
Well, we'd love to have you both come.
No. I'm not suggesting we go. But Paul, what I am suggesting is that if and when we decide to introduce religion into this family, that we're going to do it as a family.
And I think that's great. And we'd love to have you and your family join us in church sometime. Now, of course, you don't have to pick our church. But Rebecca has been going, and I think she likes it there. You know, there's going to be a Christmas Eve service coming up, and I think you guys might really enjoy it.
Paul. Look, I know how hard you've tried in the past to get us to go to church with you guys, so you don't have to try now, okay? Just hear me out and save those arguments for another time.
Just know that we love you guys, and we're just concerned for your eternal happiness.
Okay, you see, it's comments like that. I know you guys love us for whatever that means, and I know that you're concerned about my eternal happiness for whatever that means. But Paul, I also know for a fact that you'd like nothing better than to get me converted so you can earn points with your church or your God or whoever.
It's not like that.
Okay, well maybe it's not like that, but that's how it feels. I just think that getting to me through my daughter's dirty pool.
Surely that's not what you think we're doing.
That's exactly what I think you're doing. Look, you get my daughter going to church with you and thinking your way, and that's brainwashing, by the way. And before you know it, she knows more about the Bible than we do. I think that I got to put a stop to this before it gets out of hand.
Even if she enjoys going?
Paul, I don't care if she enjoys going, okay? I will not allow those tactics to be used on my daughter, and she's not going to church with you anymore.
I'm really sorry to hear that. And I apologize for doing this without your knowledge. Just remember what good friends the girls have been.
Paul, don't fight me on this. I don't want to end the relationship between the girls, but I will if I have to.
How about we get together and talk about this?
And how about we not, okay? I've made myself very clear on this. And I would appreciate if you don't talk about religion to my daughter, and you tell Jess to do the same thing. Goodbye. Gosh,
you know, of course, you're going to break Rebecca's heart.
Nonsense. I'll talk to her about it. She'll understand.
I think you're wrong this time. I happen to know she loves going to church with Jess.
All the more reason to nip it in the bud. I just hope it's not too late.
Too late for what, Mark? What are you so afraid of?
Honey, following a religion can be a dangerous thing. You know that.
Dangerous? You are so ridiculous. There is nothing dangerous about that family. In fact, I think you're the one who's becoming dangerous.
Honey, in some parts of the world, they arrest Christians and they put them in jail. Sometimes they even kill them. People are dying for their religious beliefs all the time. Do you remember 9/11? Those guys were willing to die for their beliefs, okay? They thought by killing Americans, they were doing God's work. I think we're all Christians over here. If Americans go to another part of the world and they find out they're Christians, it's like a death sentence.
Well, maybe that means there's something to it.
Just as I thought. What's with you? Why are you taking the sides of that family? They're getting to you, aren't they?
They're getting to me. You're getting to me. You know, you act like you're afraid of the Petersons, and they haven't done anything to you.
They're trying to steal my daughter from me.
They are not. If you lose your daughter, it's going to be because of your own doing. You know, if you just acted like a father and spent some time with her, you wouldn't have anything to worry about.
Honey, I am acting like a father. It is my job to protect her.
Would you rather she be out drinking and doing drugs and hanging out with the wrong crowd?
Don't pull out that she's a good kid card. And don't start on how good a kid Jess is. Look, you don't have to be brought up on religion to be good in this world. Look at me.
And you're using yourself as a good example to win your case? Give me a break. At least Paul's a good role model.
And what is that supposed to mean?
What kind of role model do you think you've been?
Who do you think you are? You can't sit here and blame me for everything that's wrong with this family. You're just as much to blame as I am. And at this point, I'm holding you responsible because you let her go to that church with Paul and Sharon and didn't tell me about it. Because you knew I'd be against it. That's deceitful and that's underhanded, so don't be getting high and mighty with me.
I don't understand you, Mark. What are you so angry about? I mean, I thought you and Paul were friends.
That's before he turned into Billy Graham. Okay, I was just on the phone with him. You don't have to listen to him. He'd hardly let me say what I had strategy before he put in his 2 cents about going to church and eternal happiness and...
Oh my, what a horrid and hateful person. Talking about how he's concerned about you.
Shut